Well, mortgage documents reviewed by Bloomberg News and Out this morning show that the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent entered into a conflicting agreement obligating him to occupy two separate homes, one in Massachusetts and the other in New York, as his primary residences. This is from 2007. Both mortgages were signed on the same day and issued by the same lender, Bank of America. One property in Bedford Hills, New York, the other in Provincetown, Massachusetts. But evidence shows that the bank wasn't actually relying on these pledges, never actually thought that Bessent was going to occupy them both as his primary residence. And we did get a statement from one of Bessent's lawyers who actually had power of attorney and signed these documents for him, saying in part that Bank of America was fully aware the Massachusetts property was not a principal residence, going on to add there was, quote, absolutely nothing improper about Mr. Bessent's loan applications. And mortgage experts agree, telling us for this story there is no sign of wrongdoing on Bessent's part, but rather this could demonstrate how discrepancies on home loan applications aren't necessarily proof of fraud. And Fed Governor Lisa Cook's situation does appear at least partly similar, though not identical. Documents reviewed by Bloomberg News over the weekend show that on at least one of the properties, it was listed as a vacation home, and that the lender in that instance did not expect her to occupy that residence as her primary residence. Of course, John, as you know, this is playing out in the courts. An appeals court on Monday had ruled that Lisa Cook could retain her seat while the broader questioning of her firing ultimately plays out. But that court found that President Trump very likely violated her due process rights to defend herself against these mortgage applications. John, we are preparing for the White House to ready their Supreme Court appeal to that decision.